Up until now, we've only tested our content within the Tealbusi editor. In this video, we'll explore the publishing possibilities that the software offers. The first thing to check when we want to show our creation to the world is which scene will be played first when the movie opens. To do this, we need to go to the movie's properties window and in the About tab, choose the index scene, remembering to click Save Descriptions after making the adjustment. Now we're ready to see what visitors to our content will see. In the left movie menu, click Open in Player. But what's happening here? Even after selecting our index scene, all we see is a black screen. Tealbusi is a production tool that allows you to create while others are already checking out your content. For this reason, when you save scenes, you save a production version that will only be released for general viewing when it is published. In the Scene menu, click on Versions. Here, we have all the recent saved versions of the current scene. Tealbusi records the last 10 versions plus the published one. Note that, in our case, since we haven't published the scene at all, the published version was the first one, which didn't have any instances yet. From this window, you can open and resume work from any of the saved versions. When you open the scene using the Open button in the Scene menu, the most recently saved version is always the one that was opened. Let's publish our home scene by clicking the Publish button in the Scene menu and check our movie again. Notice that the correct version of the scene now appears, but when the instance is clicked, there seems to be no reaction. What happens is that we haven't published our second scene at all. Therefore, the published version remains the initial one, which was a copy of the first. Back in our editor, we can open the second scene and publish it, but Tealbusi offers a feature to simplify this process. In the Movie menu, click on Republish Movie Scenes. In this window, you can do a bulk publication of all the scenes in your movie, choosing whether you want to rewrite only the currently published versions or use the most recent version of each scene, which will be our case. After that, let's check out the movie one more time and confirm that everything is now working as expected. If you are using the web version of Tealbusi, when accessing the URL of your installation, the visitor will already be able to view your content. To set which movie will be opened on this access, in the Setup menu, adjust the Index Movie in the Configuration tab. If you are using the WordPress plugin, you can embed your creations in posts and pages using the Tealbusi Movie block and choosing which one to display. If you are using the desktop version of Tealbusi or want to export your content in another way, there is still one important step to complete. In your movie's properties, on the About tab, set an icon for it, preferably using a 512 by 512 pixel PNG image. In addition, provide a short description of the content. This information will be used as metadata for your production. Now, we can check out the content export options for Tealbusi, all available from the left menu exchange. The first is exporting your movie as a single zip file that can be imported into other Tealbusi installations, also using the Exchange menu. The next option is to generate a website from your movie. In the window that opens, there are several options. First, you can either save a version in the site's subfolder of your installation. Tealbusi will open a direct link to it upon completion of the process, or generate a zip file with all the necessary files to be saved on a web server. In both cases, if you provide the base URL for the website, Tealbusi can generate a sitemap that will be useful for indexing your movie in search engines. The second option will save all the necessary content in the site's subfolder of your Tealbusi installation and generate a link that can be used as the SRC attribute of a frames embedded in other websites. The link will open after the process is complete. Alternatively, you can also generate a zip file containing all the necessary files to host this frame content on a web server. The next option is creating a PWA application, a distribution method that allows you to both display your content from a URL and use that same URL to install a local version of the content on both computers and mobile devices. Some additional information may be required in this process, which, like the others, can generate the content either in the PWA subfolder of your installation or in a zip file. 2 points are important to highlight. Due to format limitations, only one movie can be saved in the PWA folder at a time. Additionally, there are some specific action blocks for PWAs. Check the Tealbosi Scripting Actions Guide for more details. Tealbosi is also capable of exporting a zip file with all the necessary content to submit your creation to publishing sites like itch.io or GameJolt. You can also export your movie as an Electron project to generate applications for Windows, Mac OS, or Linux. The generated zip file contains step-by-step instructions and the necessary scripts to generate the executables. In the Export panel, you can also configure the initial window of your application, allowing you to even create it in kiosk mode, which is very useful for public screenings. The last export option is creating projects for mobile devices using Android or iOS iPadOS. In this case, Tealbosi generates a zip file with a project ready for Android Studio or Xcode, which also includes detailed instructions on how to generate the final application. Tealbosi offers a wide range of publishing options for your creations, from a simple website to more complex productions such as desktop and mobile applications. Check out the Tealbosi Scripting Actions Guide for more information on managing specific actions for these targets, such as closing applications, initiating the local installation of a PWA, or writing data to the user's device.